Blake LeVine. Today, my talk is about bipolar disorder and how, with progress, you can actually achieve many of your goals. So, when I talk to those that have bipolar disorder, sometimes they have a lot of fears and they often are worried when they're first diagnosed if there is going to be the potential for success down the line. They may worry if they'll be able to work, if they're ever going to be able to accomplish their goals, or if everything that they've ever achieved prior to being diagnosed is going to fall away. And my first thought is that you must spend some time to take care of yourself. This means going out there and finding the appropriate treatment, whether it's working with a therapist or a doctor and getting yourself mentally stable. But I really believe that you can still achieve all the goals and things that you once hoped to accomplish. And I'm going to share a little bit about my experience and how it kind of turned out even better than I ever expected. So when I was first diagnosed, it was quite hard. There were 2 years where things were extremely volatile. I was in and out of different psychiatric hospitals. I was trying all different medication regimens, and I really wasn't sure what was going to happen. And I will admit that during those 2 years, it was kind of hard to know if the future was going to be bright. But luckily, I had a lot of support. I had family and friends and a great treatment team that was working to help me. And as I started to stabilize, I realized that life would have to go on. And this would mean figuring out who I am as a human being, what I am here on earth to do, and then working back towards achieving my own goals. And over many years, I'm proud to say that a lot of the goals that I once had have come true. This means I was able to go back to school. I first finished high school. I then went to college part-time and then full-time and got my bachelor's degree. I then decided to be able to go and get my master's degree, and I obtained a master's in social work. That was a wonderful experience, doing counseling as well as getting my degree. I then worked for many years in a therapy practice, giving support to people with depression, anxiety, bipolar, people that were having relationship issues, children that were struggling. And since then, I've also had a lot of opportunity to share my experiences. I've done about 50 talks at chapters of the National Alliance on Mental Illness and the Depression and Bipolar Support Alliance. I was able to do a national tour with Dr. Drew Pinsky, teaching college students about bipolar disorder. I've been able to write many books. I'm going to say that I am working on my 9th one. I have several being published this year. One is called The Depression Diet. I have another one that came out called Depression, Bipolar, and Heroin, about mental health and addiction. I have a book called The Psychology of Adult Coloring, being released in October. And I found that many of my dreams and goals could still be achieved. And I hope for you, if you're out there and maybe you're a young person, you don't know what your future is going to hold, that if you take the right steps, you can get on track, and one day you can see all the success that you hope to happen. I'm going to share below my website where we have lots of education. I also want to share links to the books I've written, and I hope you'll take a look at them and maybe buy a couple to support my work and also to teach yourself some more knowledge about bipolar disorder.